Today on Breakfast, Lunch, and Dinner Cooking, I'm going to be making an old-fashioned Waldorf salad that my mother taught me from the 50s. But I'm going to do it a little differently because she just used mayonnaise, and I'm going to use a little, but I'm going to add some other good stuff. So here we go. So what I've got here is I think I'm going to start out with, you're supposed to add lemon juice, but I'm going to add a little lime juice because that's what my daughter has. So I'm going to add probably 2 tablespoons of lime juice. And then I'm going to add just a teaspoon of sugar. And then I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup of Miracle Whip, my favorite. You young people don't like it, but us oldsters do. And then I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of whipped cream, maybe a cup. And then I'm going to mix that all together. And I'm going to taste it and see what we got here. See if it needs a little bit more of the mayonnaise. The Waldorf Salad from the 50s only called for the... Ooh, that's good. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut up 2 apples. And you leave the peels on for these. I was going to use this cleaver so that it went a little faster, but oh my goodness. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut it into kind of, you want the peel on there because you want the red. That's what adds to the flavor. Okay, so I'm going to put that in there. You don't want it real big because you want it to, when you get a bite of it, you want to get a little bit of everything. The original recipe calls for walnuts, and I do love walnuts in Waldorf salad, but all she has is pecans, and I'm sure that'll be just as good if I don't throw them into the sink. Okay, when I get the other apple cut up, I'll get back to you. Okay, I got my apples all cut up. Now I'm going to cut up the celery. I'm going to do 2 stalks of celery. And I am going to cut that kind of small. Not real, I don't like these. Not real small, but this is such a pretty salad because it's red and green, and this is my daughter's fruit cutting board. I hope she's not going to be mad at me about the... All right. I'm going to cut this up. So that was 2 apples and 2 stalks of celery. I try to buy organic celery and organic stuff if I can, but this wasn't, but that's okay. And then I'm going to add a cup of pecans. I'm going to chop those up a little bit too. If they don't fly all over. My mother always used the walnuts, and it is delicious with walnuts. But I was never too keen on just the mayonnaise. It was never my favorite, and I'm telling you, this with the lime juice and the sugar and just a little bit of the mayonnaise with the whipping cream. Oh my gosh. And as always, I'll put this recipe in my description. And you know, one of the reasons I like doing this is because I like these 1950s recipes for you young kids to get to know. So now I'm going to mix this all up. This is recipes from yesteryear. And another reason I'm doing these videos is because I want my kids and my grandkids to have my recipes when I'm gone. So I'm hoping to be around for a long time though. Oh, that looks wonderful. Just like a little light dressing. And the lime juice will help the apples from turning. And now I am going to put this in this pretty little bowl. What a beautiful little salad. And this is something different, you know? This isn't something that you young people are used to. And it is delicious, especially with this new modern dressing I have on this. Look at this beautiful, beautiful salad. And it's something really different. Waldorf Salad from the 1950s that my mother taught me. And I hope you enjoyed this little video, just a little quick video. Remember, there's nothing you can't do if you put your mind to it. And love the Lord with all your heart. Thank you so much for watching. Bye now.